Ever felt like no matter what you do, people just don't listen? No matter how much effort you put into a relationship, some people never appreciate it. You give your best, you care, you invest your time, but in the end, you're left feeling frustrated, exhausted, and unappreciated. It's a cycle that repeats over and over. You expect people to change. You hope they'll finally understand, but they don't. Instead, they continue doing whatever they want, while you are the one losing peace, overthinking, and feeling drained. What if the problem isn't them? What if the real issue is the expectation that they will change? That's where the game changes. That's where Let Them by Mel Robbins comes in. This book isn't just about ignoring negativity. It's about setting yourself free. It's about shifting your mindset so that instead of wasting your energy on others, you focus on yourself. And once you learn this simple yet powerful principle, your entire life will feel lighter, freer, and more peaceful. But here's the challenge. People are addicted to control. They want others to behave in a certain way. They want respect, love, and appreciation from those who might never give it. And this addiction is what keeps them stuck. If you want real freedom, if you want peace of mind, if you want to stop being frustrated all the time, keep watching till the end. Because what you're about to hear will completely shift the way you deal with people, relationships, and even disappointments. Why this book matters now more than ever. In a world filled with constant expectations, social media validation, and emotional exhaustion, more people than ever feel drained. They are tired of waiting for others to reciprocate their kindness. Tired of being let down. Tired of investing in people who don't seem to care. The question is, what's the solution? Most self-help books will tell you to communicate better, set healthy boundaries, or focus on self-love. But here's the real truth. None of that works unless you embrace one core idea. Back-end index pointing right, let them. Let them cancel plans. Let them ignore your messages. Let them not show up for you. Let them be who they are. And most importantly, let yourself move on. This simple shift will instantly remove 90% of your emotional stress. But before you say, that's easier said than done, let's break it down into why this mindset is so powerful. The psychological trap of control. Ever wondered why people get stuck in toxic relationships, one-sided friendships, or draining family dynamics? It all comes down to control. The human brain is wired to seek certainty. It wants to know that if effort is put into something, there will be a reward. But in human relationships, there are no guarantees. And that's where the suffering begins. Red circle example. You text someone, expecting a reply. They see it. They don't respond. Your brain starts overthinking. Did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? What should I do to fix this? This leads to stress, frustration, and wasted energy. But what if instead of overthinking, you simply said, let them not reply. Let them be who they are. Let them show you their true priorities. Because here's the truth. When people show you who they are, believe them. This shift from control to acceptance will give you more peace than any amount of chasing, arguing, or trying to fix things ever will. Key how let them changes everything. Mel Robbins explains that the moment you let go of expecting others to behave a certain way, life becomes incredibly simple. Light bulb, imagine this scenario. You plan a big event and invite all your friends. Some say yes, some say maybe, and some don't even respond. On the day of the event, half of them don't show up. A person stuck in a control mindset would crossmark feel hurt and take it personally. Crossmark overanalyze why certain people didn't come. Crossmark confront them, ask for explanations, or feel resentment. A person who follows the let them principle would white heavy checkmark enjoy the event with the people who did show up. White heavy checkmark realize that those who didn't come made their own choice. White heavy checkmark accept reality and move forward without emotional baggage. The difference? Peace versus stress. When you let people make their own choices without attaching your happiness to their actions, you reclaim your mental energy. Police car light, when should you not let them? Now, an important clarification. Let them doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It doesn't mean allowing toxic people unlimited access to your life. It means recognizing that you can't change others, but you can control your boundaries. Red circle example. If someone constantly disrespects you, you don't have to tolerate it. But instead of trying to fix them, you simply walk away. Instead of arguing, you remove yourself from the situation. This is where the real power of Let Them lies. It helps you let go of control while maintaining self-respect. Sparkles how to apply Let Them in daily life. This principle can be applied in every aspect of life. Keycap 1 Relationships. Stop trying to change your partner. If they don't treat you right, let them be who they are and decide if that works for you. Keycap 2 Friendships. If someone keeps taking but never giving, let them. See their actions for what they are instead of expecting them to change. Keycap 3 Work and Career. If your boss or colleagues don't appreciate your efforts, let them, and focus on finding better opportunities. Keycap 4 Family Dynamics. If a family member constantly criticizes you, let them. You don't have to argue. You can simply disengage. Keycap 5 Social Media and Opinions. If people judge you or misunderstand you, let them. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. Every time frustration creeps in, just ask, what if I stop trying to change them? What if I just let them? Light bulb the freedom of letting go. Once you apply this mindset, everything changes. Life feels lighter. Stress fades away. And instead of wasting time on people who don't value you, you start focusing on those who do. No more chasing. No more overthinking. No more begging for love, respect, or attention. Just peace. The next time someone disappoints you, just say, let them, and move on. The Let Them principle isn't just a mindset. It's a life-changing shift that can free you from years of frustration and disappointment. If this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more powerful insights that can help you live a happier, stress-free life. And before you go, comment below. What's one situation where you can apply Let Them today? Because sometimes the best way to win is to let go. Chapter 1. The Let Them principle. Every frustration in life comes from one simple thing: expecting people to act differently than they do. The more control you try to exert over others, the more exhausted you become. The key to true peace isn't in changing them. It's in letting them be exactly who they are. The mind naturally seeks predictability. It wants to believe that if enough effort is put into a relationship, a friendship, or a situation, the outcome will be positive. But this expectation creates a trap. The more someone tries to control how others behave, the more they suffer when reality doesn't match those expectations. If someone forgets a birthday, cancels plans at the last minute, or doesn't reciprocate kindness, the usual response is frustration. Thoughts race. Don't they care? How could they be so inconsiderate? The assumption is that their behavior is a reflection of worth. But in reality, their actions are simply a reflection of who they are. Let them forget. Let them cancel. Let them be who they choose to be. Instead of fighting to make people act a certain way, observe their actions as information. If someone repeatedly shows that they are unreliable, stop expecting consistency from them. If someone ignores messages, stop chasing responses. When the need to control is released, the emotional burden disappears. Trying to change people leads to endless disappointment. Letting them be as they are leads to clarity. There is no need to question intentions, overanalyze behavior, or demand explanations. People will always do what they want. Let them. Chapter 2. Protecting your energy. Energy is the most valuable currency. Everything in life, happiness, peace, success, depends on how and where energy is spent. But the mistake most people make is wasting it on things that don't deserve it. Overthinking, reacting to negativity, and trying to control others are some of the biggest energy leaks. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling refreshed. The day starts well, but then someone says something rude. A coworker ignores a question. A friend cancels plans without warning. Suddenly, the mood shifts. Frustration takes over. Thoughts spiral. And the rest of the day is ruined. Why does this happen? Not because of what others did, but because of how much energy was given to them. This is the hidden cost of reacting to everything. The more control others have over emotions, the less power remains for personal happiness and growth. But the moment the Let Them mindset is applied, everything changes. The power of not reacting, Society teaches that every insult should be answered, every rumor should be cleared, every negative comment should be addressed. But in reality, not everything deserves a reaction. Imagine someone honking aggressively in traffic. The natural response is to feel irritated, maybe even honk back. But does that change anything? The other driver moves on, unaware of the frustration caused, while precious mental energy is wasted. Now apply this to daily life. A coworker takes credit for an idea. A stranger leaves a rude comment online. A family member makes an unnecessary remark. Each situation is an opportunity to react, or to let them be who they are and move on. Every time a reaction is given, energy is given away. But when a choice is made to stay calm, power is reclaimed. Emotional triggers and the energy drain. Everyone has emotional triggers, words, behaviors, or situations that instantly spark frustration. These triggers exist because of expectations. If a best friend forgets to call, it feels worse than if a distant acquaintance does. If a partner forgets an anniversary, it stings more than if a neighbor does. The closer the relationship, the higher the expectations. But what if expectations were released? What if people were allowed to be exactly who they are without taking it personally? This is where true peace begins. When energy is no longer wasted on what others should do, it can be redirected toward what actually matters. A boss doesn't appreciate hard work? Let them. A friend never initiates plans? Let them. A colleague gossips? Let them. Their actions don't have to affect personal happiness. Instead of engaging in emotional battles, that energy can be used for something more valuable, building a dream, pursuing passions, or simply enjoying life. How to protect energy every day. Applying the let them mindset doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing where to invest energy. Here's how to practice it daily. Pause before reacting. Whenever something upsetting happens, take a deep breath and ask, does this deserve my energy? More often than not, the answer will be no. Observe, don't absorb. People's behavior is a reflection of them, not of you. If someone is rude, it's because of their own mindset, not because of anything personal. Create boundaries without explanation. If someone consistently drains energy, limit access to them. No need to argue, justify, or explain. Just quietly distance yourself. Choose silence over engagement. Not every battle needs to be fought. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful response. Let people talk. Let them assume. Let them judge while staying focused on what truly matters. Redirect energy toward growth. Every moment spent on negativity is a moment taken away from something positive. Instead of replaying frustrating conversations, use that energy for self-improvement, learning, or creating something meaningful. Real freedom. Letting go of control. The world is filled with difficult people. Some will never understand. Some will never change. But the truth is they don't need to. The only thing that needs to change is where energy is placed. Imagine a life where peace isn't dependent on how others behave. Where rude comments don't hurt, broken promises don't sting, and disappointments don't steal joy. That life is possible by simply learning to let them. People will always do what they want. Let them. Protect your energy, and watch how peaceful life becomes. Chapter 3. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do. The mind clings to people, memories, expectations, and even pain because it believes that holding on gives a sense of control. But the truth is, holding on often causes more suffering than letting go ever could. A friend stops texting back. A relationship starts feeling one-sided. A coworker spreads rumors. The instinct is to fix it, to seek closure, to demand explanations. But what if the best response is simply letting go, instead of chasing, proving, or overanalyzing? What if the energy was redirected toward peace, growth, and self-respect? Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about choosing freedom over frustration. Why holding on hurts more than letting go? Every attachment comes with an expectation. The stronger the attachment, the higher the expectation. A close friend is expected to care. A partner is expected to prioritize the relationship. A boss is expected to acknowledge hard work. But reality doesn't always match expectations. And when that happens, disappointment takes over. A person who holds on will. Crossmark, overthink every small detail. Crossmark, try to force people to change. Crossmark, waste time waiting for things to be different. Crossmark, feel drained, frustrated, and stuck. A person who lets go will. White heavy checkmark, accept things as they are. White heavy checkmark, free themselves from emotional baggage. White heavy checkmark, stop wasting time on those who don't value them. White heavy checkmark, move forward feeling lighter and happier. Every time the mind says, but what if they realize their mistake? What if they come back? What if I try harder? It's just fear talking. Fear of change. Fear of the unknown. Letting go doesn't mean things won't work out. It just means stopping the chase and allowing what's meant to stay, and what's meant to go. The illusion of closure. People often believe they need closure to move on. A final conversation, an apology, an explanation. But real closure doesn't come from others. It comes from within. Think about it. If someone hurt you and they apologized, would the pain instantly disappear? Probably not. If someone ghosted you and then explained why, would it change how they treated you? Likely not. Closure isn't about receiving an explanation. It's about deciding that an explanation is no longer needed. The person who left, the friend who stopped caring, the opportunity that slipped away, none of them hold the key to peace. You do. Instead of waiting for an apology, accept that some things will never make sense. Instead of seeking answers, accept that not everyone has the same heart as you. Instead of replaying conversations, remind yourself that silence is an answer too. The moment closure is created from within, true freedom begins. How to let go without regret. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the emotional hold something has over you. It means making peace with the past so it no longer controls the present. Here's how to do it. Keycap 1. Stop asking why. The biggest trap when letting go is trying to understand why someone acted the way they did. Why did they leave? Why did they change? Why did they betray trust? The truth is, knowing why won't change what happened. Letting go begins the moment the why no longer matters. Keycap 2. Accept people as they are. Not everyone is meant to stay. Not everyone will appreciate effort. And that's okay. Instead of expecting people to be different, allow them to show who they truly are and adjust accordingly. Keycap 3. Remove the need for validation. People hold on because they secretly hope that one day the other person will realize their mistake. But self-worth shouldn't depend on someone else's realization. Letting go means no longer needing external validation to feel valued. Keycap 4. Shift the focus to yourself. Instead of asking, why did they treat me this way? Ask, what can I do to make my life better today? Let go of what's outside of control and focus on what is, your own growth, peace, and happiness. Keycap 5. Let time work its magic. Healing is an instant. Letting go is a process. Some days will feel easy, others will be hard. But every day that passes without carrying the weight of the past is a step toward peace. Signs it's time to let go. Still wondering if it's the right time to let go? Here are some signs that something is no longer serving you. Small blue diamond, it drains more energy than it gives. Small blue diamond, it makes you feel anxious, unappreciated, or unworthy. Small blue diamond, it takes up too much mental space. Small blue diamond, it requires constant chasing, proving, or fixing. Small blue diamond, it feels like you're the only one putting in effort. If something feels like a battle every day, maybe the battle isn't worth fighting. Some connections, opportunities, and situations are meant to be temporary. Letting go isn't losing. It's choosing peace over chaos. The freedom that comes after letting go. Imagine waking up with no emotional baggage. No more replaying conversations. No more wishing things were different. No more waiting for people to change. Just peace. Just clarity. Just the ability to focus on what truly matters. This is the power of letting go. It's not about being cold or emotionless. It's about recognizing when something is holding you back instead of lifting you up. Some people will never understand your heart. Some relationships will never be what you wanted them to be. Some opportunities will pass, and some doors will close. Let them, because when you finally let go, you make room for something even better. Chapter 4. The Power of Moving Forward. Letting go is just the beginning. The real transformation happens when the focus shifts from what was lost to what lies ahead. Moving forward isn't about forgetting the past. It's about refusing to be controlled by it. Think about the times energy was wasted overanalyzing situations, replaying past conversations, or wishing things had gone differently. Imagine how different life would be if all that energy had been spent on growth, happiness, and creating new opportunities. The past has no power unless permission is given. Instead of looking back, what if the focus shifted entirely to moving forward? Why moving forward feels hard. Even after letting go, it's tempting to look back. The mind craves familiarity, even when it was painful. This is why people stay in toxic relationships, hold on to dead-end friendships, or dwell on missed opportunities. The mind whispers, what if things had been different? What if I had tried harder? What if they come back? But moving forward requires one simple realization. The past cannot be changed, but the future can be created. Every time the mind drifts back, remind yourself, prohibited the person who left is not coming back as someone new. Prohibited the job that was lost is not the only opportunity. Prohibited the friendship that faded was not meant to last. Instead of resisting change, what if it was embraced? What if the past was seen not as a loss, but as redirection towards something better? Creating a new future instead of reliving the past. One of the biggest mistakes people make is carrying old pain into new beginnings. A failed relationship makes someone afraid to love again. A betrayal makes it hard to trust. A past mistake creates self-doubt. But what if none of that was necessary? Imagine walking into a new chapter of life without carrying the weight of the past. Imagine embracing opportunities without fear, meeting new people without comparison, and chasing dreams without hesitation. Here's how to do it. Keycap 1. Shift focus from loss to opportunity. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Start asking, what can I create from this? Every setback is a setup for something better, but it can only be seen when the mind is open to it. Keycap 2. Surround yourself with growth, not nostalgia. Staying stuck in the past happens when the environment encourages it. Old conversations, old reminders, even old social media connections can keep the past alive. Instead, surround yourself with people, places, and habits that inspire growth. Keycap 3. Rewrite your story. The past doesn't define the future. Just because something went wrong before doesn't mean it will happen again. Let go of old narratives and create a new one. Right arrow, instead of, I always get hurt, say, I'm open to healthy, fulfilling relationships. Right arrow, instead of, I failed once, so I'll fail again. Say, every failure is a lesson for success. Right arrow, instead of, I don't know what to do next. Say, I am excited to explore new possibilities. Keycap 4. Take action, even if it's small. The best way to move forward is to start moving. No matter how small the step, apply for that job, start that hobby, reach out to new people, travel to new places. Growth happens in motion, not in waiting. Keycap 5. Trust that what's meant for you is ahead, not behind. If something was truly meant for you, it wouldn't have left. Trust that the best is yet to come. The people who belong in life are still ahead. The opportunities meant to be yours are on the way. Keep moving forward, and they will meet you there. The peace that comes with moving on. Imagine waking up without any emotional baggage. No regrets, no resentment, no attachment to what didn't work out. Just clarity, confidence, and excitement for what's ahead. This is the power of moving forward. Life isn't happening behind you. It's happening right now. The only way to experience its full potential is to stop looking back and start walking forward. Some people will never appreciate your value. Some doors will close without an explanation. Some dreams will shift into new directions. Let them, because the moment you let go and move forward, life opens up in ways you never imagined. Conclusion. Let them and choose yourself. Let them is not just a phrase, it's a mindset, a way of living that changes everything. It's about realizing that peace doesn't come from controlling people or situations. It comes from accepting what is, letting go of what isn't meant for you, and focusing on what truly matters. Most of life's stress comes from trying to change things that can't be changed. Crossmark trying to make people appreciate your efforts. Crossmark trying to force relationships to work. Crossmark expecting others to think or act the way you do. Crossmark holding on to things that no longer serve you. But what if, instead of resisting, you simply let them? Let people do what they want. Let things unfold naturally. Let go of the need to control. The moment this shift happens, something amazing follows. Inner peace, emotional strength, and a life that flows effortlessly. Why holding on creates stress? Imagine carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. Inside, there are past hurts, disappointments, unfulfilled expectations, and resentment. The weight makes everything harder. Every step, every decision, every new experience. Now imagine setting the backpack down. Suddenly, life feels lighter. There's space to breathe, to move freely, to enjoy the moment. That's what happens when the let them mindset is adopted. Holding on to things that can't be controlled creates unnecessary suffering. It leads to small blue diamond overthinking every small detail. Small blue diamond feeling frustrated when people don't act as expected. Small blue diamond wasting energy on relationships that drain instead of uplift. Small blue diamond being stuck in cycles of disappointment and self-doubt. Letting go doesn't mean not caring. It means choosing peace over struggle. The truth is, people will do what they want, whether you like it or not. The more energy you spend trying to change them, the less energy is left for your own happiness and growth. What happens when you choose yourself? When let them becomes a daily practice, life transforms in ways never imagined. White heavy checkmark less stress. No more trying to control people or outcomes. Life flows easier. White heavy checkmark more energy. No more wasting time on things that drain you. Focus shifts to what matters. White heavy checkmark true freedom. No more holding on to people or situations that aren't aligned with your happiness. White heavy checkmark inner peace. No more emotional turbulence caused by other people's choices. Instead of trying to change others, the focus shifts inward. Small blue diamond, what brings joy? Small blue diamond, what aligns with personal values? Small blue diamond, what kind of life feels fulfilling? When the answer to those questions becomes clear, everything else falls into place naturally. The simple power of let them. Someone doesn't see your worth? Let them. A friend stops putting in effort? Let them. A job opportunity passes by? Let it. A person chooses to walk away? Let them. It's not giving up, it's choosing peace. No more chasing, convincing, or proving. Instead, energy is reserved for people and experiences that genuinely add value to your life. Instead of asking, crossmark, why did they treat me this way? Crossmark, why didn't they appreciate me? Crossmark, how can I make them understand? Start asking, white heavy checkmark, why am I allowing this to affect my peace? White heavy checkmark, what can I do to create the life I truly want? White heavy checkmark, who and what actually deserve my energy? This mindset shift is life-changing. Letting go and moving forward. Life isn't happening in the past or in people's opinions. It's happening right now. Every second spent worrying about others is a second stolen from personal happiness and growth. Moving forward isn't about forgetting. It's about choosing yourself over things that hold you back. Small blue diamond, instead of fixing others, fix your focus. Small blue diamond, instead of proving your worth, know your worth. Small blue diamond, instead of resisting change, embrace it. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means winning your peace back. Final thought. The best way to win? Let go. Every time frustration hits, ask, what if I stop trying to change them? What if I just let them? Because sometimes the best way to win isn't to fight harder. It's to walk away with your peace intact. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right life will find you, but only if there's space for them. So make space. Let them. Choose yourself. Move forward. And if this message resonated, follow for more life-changing insights. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is let go.